Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Top Watchlist. Tubi is a treasure trove for horror fans, quietly offering some of the scariest as well as craziest free horror movies available to stream. With a massive library of nearly 1,000 titles, Tubi covers everything from classic slashers to psychological thrillers and supernatural chills. Despite its clunky interface, the platform hides gems that deliver intense scares and unique storytelling, making it a go-to destination for those seeking high-quality horror without a subscription fee. I've picked 10 of the best horror movies currently streaming on Tubi, my personal, highly biased favorites. Maybe you've seen some already, or maybe they're new to you. Either way, let me know in the comments which ones terrified you the most, or which ones you're brave enough to add to your watch list. Terrifier is a gritty slasher film centered on Art the Clown, a sadistic killer stalking victims on Halloween night. The story follows two friends, Tara and Dawn, who encounter Art after leaving a party. As the night unfolds, they face brutal attacks, with Tara's sister Victoria drawn into the horror while trying to help. The film opens with the disfigured survivor of Art's previous massacre, connecting past and present terror. Expect intense, graphic violence with practical effects showcasing gruesome kills designed to shock and disturb. The plot is straightforward, focusing on survival against a relentless, silent antagonist. Terrifier is known for its raw brutality and cult appeal among horror fans who appreciate visceral gore and a menacing villain.
Open the door!
My next pick is Goodnight Mommy. It's a psychological thriller about twin brothers, Elias and Lucas, who return to their mother's remote house after she undergoes cosmetic surgery. With her face heavily bandaged, she acts distant and strange, forbidding the boys from certain areas and showing unusual behavior. Suspicious and confused, the twins begin to question if this woman is truly their mother. The film creates a tense, eerie atmosphere, focusing on themes of identity, trust, and family trauma. Rather than relying on jump scares, it builds suspense through slow-burning psychological tension and emotional turmoil. Naomi Watts stars as the mother, delivering a strong performance. While the remake has mixed reviews compared to the original, it offers an unsettling, atmospheric experience for fans of psychological thrillers. The Descent follows 6 women who embark on a spelunking trip in an uncharted cave system to help Sarah, the protagonist, cope with a recent personal tragedy. Their adventure quickly turns perilous when a cave-in traps them underground. As they search for a way out, they realize they are being hunted by mysterious, humanoid creatures lurking in the darkness. The film masterfully blends survival horror with psychological tension, exploring themes of grief, trust, and fear. Expect a claustrophobic atmosphere, intense suspense, and moments of gore. Beyond the physical threat, the story delves into the characters' inner struggles, making it a gripping and emotionally charged horror experience. Ringu follows reporter Reiko Asakawa as she investigates a mysterious cursed videotape linked to the sudden deaths of her niece Tomoko and 3 friends. After watching the tape herself, Reiko receives a chilling phone call warning her she will die in 7 days. Racing against time, she enlists the help of her ex-husband Ryuji to uncover the tape's origins, leading them to a remote island and the dark history of a psychic and her daughter Sadako. The film blends supernatural horror with a psychological mystery, focusing on eerie atmosphere, subtle tension, and a haunting story rather than jump scares. Expect a slow-building, unsettling experience with strong performances, atmospheric cinematography, and a timeless, creepy mood that explores ancient curses through modern technology. Hush is a tense thriller centered on Maddie Young, a deaf and mute writer who has chosen a solitary life in a secluded cabin in the woods. Struggling with writer's block, Maddie's quiet existence is shattered when a masked killer appears outside her home, initiating a deadly game of cat and mouse. Unable to hear her attacker, Maddie must rely on her other senses, ingenuity, and resilience to survive the terrifying ordeal. The film immerses viewers in Maddie's perspective by muting audio at key moments, heightening suspense and creating a unique sensory experience. Unlike typical home invasion movies, Hush avoids jump scares and excessive gore, focusing instead on psychological tension and clever survival tactics. Expect a gripping, well-crafted thriller with minimal dialogue, strong performances, and a fresh take on the genre through the protagonist's deafness, making it an intense and engaging watch for thriller fans.
Kill him! Who's killing who?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre follows 5 young adults traveling through Texas who encounter a traumatized hitchhiker and soon find themselves trapped in a terrifying situation involving a sinister family and the infamous Leatherface. The story builds tension with eerie encounters, escalating violence, and relentless horror as the group tries to survive the night. The film is a remake of the 1974 classic, maintaining the original's tense atmosphere but with modernized cinematography, more graphic gore, and new characters that add fresh twists to the story. Expect a polished, intense horror experience with a hot, fearful atmosphere, strong suspense, and shocking gore. Jessica Biel delivers a standout performance as a tough, intelligent protagonist enduring a harrowing ordeal. The movie balances homage to the original with new elements, making it both a tribute and a fresh take on the iconic slasher tale. Fans of horror can anticipate a chilling, relentless thriller that keeps viewers on edge throughout. The Night Eats the World follows Sam, a musician living in Paris, who wakes up the morning after a party to find the city overrun by silent, fast-moving zombies. Trapped alone in an apartment building, Sam must adapt to this new reality, barricading himself inside and scavenging for supplies while confronting the psychological toll of isolation. As he navigates the eerie emptiness and encounters signs of other survivors, his mental state begins to unravel. The film focuses less on action and gore, and more on atmosphere, loneliness, and survival in a post-apocalyptic urban setting. Expect a slow-burning, introspective take on the zombie genre with a strong emphasis on character and mood rather than typical horror thrills. The Wailing is a South Korean horror mystery set in the remote village of Gokseong, where a series of bizarre murders and a mysterious illness begin to spread after the arrival of a strange Japanese man. Police officer Yong-gu investigates these unsettling events, especially when his daughter falls ill, leading him to confront supernatural forces and local shamanic rituals. The film blends elements of folklore, demonic possession, and psychological suspense, creating an atmosphere of growing dread and ambiguity about who or what is truly responsible for the evil afflicting the village. Expect a slow-building, atmospheric horror that mixes mystery with intense, sometimes brutal scenes. The story challenges viewers to question appearances and motives, with shifting perspectives that keep the audience guessing until the end. It's a film that combines unsettling imagery, folklore, and a complex narrative that rewards close attention and multiple viewings. The Wailing is known for its eerie tension, unexpected twists, and a haunting exploration of good versus evil in a small community. Hellraiser is a supernatural horror reboot directed by David Bruckner, centered on Riley McKendry, a recovering addict who discovers a mysterious puzzle box that opens a portal to a hellish dimension inhabited by the Cenobites, mutilated beings who demand sacrifices. The story follows Riley and her circle as they confront the dark consequences of unlocking the box's powers, involving twisted bargains and brutal torment. The film explores themes of desire, addiction, and sacrifice with a modern, streamlined narrative compared to the original series. Expect intense horror, striking practical effects, and a fresh take on the iconic Cenobites, led by Jamie Clayton's chilling portrayal of the new Pinhead. The movie balances suspense and gore, offering a coherent yet brutal experience that reboots the franchise for new audiences while respecting its dark legacy. The Ninth Gate follows Dean Corso, a cynical New York rare book dealer hired by a wealthy collector, Boris Balkan, to authenticate one of 3 surviving copies of a mysterious 17th century book, The Nine Gates of the Kingdom of Shadows. This book is rumored to have the power to summon the devil. Corso's investigation takes him across Europe as he compares the engravings in the copies, uncovering dark secrets and encountering a mysterious woman who seems to possess supernatural abilities. The film blends mystery, supernatural elements, and suspense, exploring themes of belief and occult power. Expect a slow-burning, atmospheric thriller with a haunting score, striking cinematography, and a story that leaves some questions open to interpretation. It's a film that invites multiple viewings and discussions, offering a mix of eerie tension and intellectual intrigue rather than straightforward horror. And that's a wrap on today's recommendations. Let me know which movie in this list you're most excited to watch, or any hidden gems you want me to check out. Don't miss out on the latest picks. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. Until next time, complete your watch list.